Results of a survey of airline passengers show many don't want their fellow flyers to use cell phones during flights. The union that represents flight attendants is urging Congress to ban in-flight phone calls. This means flight passengers in the U.S. will not be able to make phone calls above 30,000 feet in the air. Those who agree say in-flight cell phone use is disruptive and might interfere with aircraft technical systems. But some foreign airlines say those issues have been resolved. Some passengers on various foreign airlines say cell phones allow them to work during long flights. Meanwhile, the Federal Communications Commission in Washington currently prohibits in-flight cell phone use on planes.
President Obama traveled to Copenhagen, Denmark to try to convince the International Olympic Committee to hold the 2016 Summer Olympic Games in Chicago. The Windy City is vying for the Summer Games, and so are Spain, Japan, and Brazil. Obama is the first U.S. president to attend the IOC voting.
And now here's Nick Bauer with sports, including a look at the heroics of Vikings Brett Favre and a big crash in NASCAR.
Brett Favre is back, and that was trouble for the San Francisco 49ers. Vikings down at the half answer back when rookie Percy Harvin returns this kickoff. He gets loose and goes 101 yards for the touchdown. Niners take the lead late in the game to leave it in the hands of this man, Brett Favre. Looking like his old self, or young self. Guns this ball and finds Greg Lewis in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Vikings on top, the NFC North at 3-0. Losing streak is finally over for the Detroit Lions. After almost 2 years, the Lions finally won a game, beating the Washington Redskins 19-14. Detroit playing defense early gets a fourth down stop on the Redskins' opening drive, holding Clinton Portis at the goal line. Rookie quarterback Matt Stafford had a solid game. He finds the very tall Calvin Johnson in the end zone. And later in the game, Maurice Morris runs it in and seals the deal for the Lions to get their first win since September 23rd of, believe it or not, 2007. Michael Vick took his first NFL snaps after serving 18 months in prison for a dogfighting conviction. The return was quiet at best. Vick carried the ball once for 7 yards and went 0 for 2 passing. He mainly served as a decoy in the Philadelphia Eagles' rout of the Kansas City Chiefs. Kevin Kolb threw 2 touchdowns, including this long one to Deshaun Jackson, who picked up his third touchdown of more than 60 yards this season. The Eagles came out on top 34-14. San Diego Chargers are still trying to find their rhythm and do it without LT and several other starters out with injuries. Dolphins linebacker Jerry Porter and Chargers tackle Marcus McNeil nearly got into it before the game even started. San Diego's defense pressured Chad Pennington all day long, and he couldn't return to action after injuring his shoulder on this play. Phillip Rivers had an easier day as he finds some running room and scampers into the end zone for the touchdown. The Chargers went on to win the game 23-13. Scary moment during the AAA 400 as Joey Logano's crash overshadowed Jimmy Johnson's dominant victory. The Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware is one of the more challenging races in NASCAR. This was the scene as Logan's number 20 car was sent careening end over end on turn 3. His Toyota was turned into a pile of mangled metal, but Logano walked away, no serious injuries. The CSUN men's soccer team looked to add to their win streak in the Big West Challenge, but it didn't turn out that way. The Matadors played to a 0-0 tie against the University of Denver before being bested by Coastal Carolina in the following game 2-1. The women's team hosted third-ranked UCLA at Matador Field, but the Bruins were too much, blanking CSUN 2-0. That's all in sports. What's next in news, Joyce?
When we come back, we'll tell you how the swine flu might affect this flu season and how a heart walk is making a difference. Also, Britney Spears' shopping spree and what she bought her kids.
Hundreds of people showed they have a lot of heart. They turned out in Simi Valley for a 3-mile walk raising money for the American Heart Association. Kristen Fourier has the story.
These people are excited to get moving. They're warming up for the 2009 Ventura County Heart Walk in Simi Valley. The 5K walk is the American Heart Association's premier fundraising event. The executive director of the Tri-County Division for the American Heart Association, Julia Nagy, says exercise is essential to maintain a healthy heart.
Exercising 30 minutes a day can drastically reduce your risk for heart disease and stroke, and so we want to get that message out there. So that is probably one of the main reasons why it's such an important event.
Many of the walk's participants were survivors. came to support their family and friends with the disease or to celebrate the memory of those they lost. 100% of the proceeds raised at the walk will help to fund research and education for heart disease and stroke, the first and third cause of death among people in the United States. The Ventura County Heart Walk is full of festivities to bring awareness on how a healthy heart can equal a healthy life. Booths were set up for participants to enjoy food and learn ways to prevent heart disease and stroke. Moore Park College nursing student Terry DeJarnette says their booth is set up to educate as many people as they can about the silent killer.
It's a hidden disease. People don't always know they have blood pressure problems, and we're here to help them learn more about blood pressure health.
Ventura County radio station B95.1 was also at the event to give away prizes such as an iPod Nano and gym passes.
Give yourselves a round of applause for helping out so far.
B95.1's radio host Bo Jackson says he was excited to be part of the event.
I lost my mother 8 years ago to stroke, so American Heart Association is very dear to my heart, and to help out MC and actually walk in the event, all they had to do was ask. It was my pleasure.
The American Heart Association says it's been helping to protect people from heart disease and stroke since 1924.
So I wish everybody healthy and I got a healthy heart.
In Simi Valley, I'm Kristen Ferrier for Valley View News.
The Center for Disease Control says vaccinations against H1N1 swine flu will start October 6th. The first 6 million doses of swine flu vaccine will be given in the form of a nasal spray. Healthcare workers or those living with children 6 months or younger will be the first to be vaccinated. Pregnant women and school-aged kids will follow. By mid-October, 45 million vaccines will be distributed throughout the country. Doctors encourage those who have not gotten their yearly flu shots to do so and follow it up with the H1N1 vaccine.
Sports and band practice may be a way to keep some students off the streets after school. For others, it's the company of senior citizens. Joyce Ajuri has the details about the program that is helping youngsters find a place to go.
This isn't your ordinary senior center. What sets it apart from the rest, the center's program that combines at-risk youth, or youngsters, with senior citizens. 1 minute, the seniors are enjoying the outdoors, and the next minute, they're dining with the company of Valley High School students. The center's program coordinator is Kathy Carpenter.
This type of environment, putting seniors and kids at risk together and different components of life skills, has been instrumental in helping the kids move forward into this program.
The center's director, Larry Lisenby, wants the program to expand, and here's why.
It touches the lives of many, many people. It's kind of like, if you throw a pebble or a rock into a pond, how it just ripples out. We don't know how many lives that person will be able to touch in a meaningful, productive way.
Several students volunteer each day. They're chosen through a program at their school. The youngsters come to the center to prepare and serve lunch to the seniors who eat here daily. One Generation is a nonprofit organization. This one here in Reseda holds the Intergenerational Program, where at-risk high school students can find a second chance. Here in Reseda reporting for Valley View News, I'm Joyce Ajuri.